now upstairs.
Brian, thank you very much. It is getaway day, and as you said, a lot riding on this one. 500 trip was not, when the trip started, particularly taking 2 out of 3 in New York, not what they had in mind, but that's what the situation is. TJ Friedel looks at a first pitch strike from right-hander Michael Soroka.
I would imagine that the Reds will be a little patient here in the early going against Soroka.
And out in front on that slurve, and the slurve is an elite pitch for Soroka. According to Baseball Savant, Soroka has the best slurve in Major League Baseball. It leads all slurves in run value, whiff rate, strikeout rate, and put-away rate. Opponent's hitting just 122 off the pitch. Left field. There's James Wood. 1 out. A little different looking lineup for Ancona, brought to you by Rally House. No McLean, no Steer. Gavin Lux after a hot night last night up into the 2 spot. Ellie 3. Hayes in the cleanup spot, DHing today. Fraley moved up. Marte moved up. Trevino doing the catching. Will Benson gets the start in left, and Santiago Espinal will make his first professional start at first base. He's never played it.
Well, if you know anything about Santiago Espinal, this will be a walk in the park. He's played right, he's played left, he's played third, short, second. Why not first base?
Just add it to the list. And the proverbial ball player of Espinal. The offensive numbers are certainly down. Defensively, though, you can put him anywhere and he'll help. Looks ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And just like last night, a line drive base hit to center field.
It's 5 straight hits right over the top of the second base bag.
He was 4 for 4 here last night with an RBI single. All 4 were singles, nearly identical to that. And now Ellie De La Cruz. He's trying for some first inning magic, which has been one of their secrets this year. First pitch swinging, it's a fair ball. Step on the bag, it's a tag play at second. And just like that, the Reds are out in the first.
All right, Ryan, PSA dove in. Do we have them graded?
We do. This is the first set of graded cards from the 2024 Topps MLB Network set.
I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
Now, they all have the same grade, or?
No.
So
it's
one of
certain.
us will be like the highest graded card.
Could be. There could be multiple. So first up, we got Mark DeRosa.
Let's see what D-Rose. Of course, D-Rose a 10 out of 10. Handsome, athletic. All right.
Nationals lineup brought to you by Rally House. Most of the regulars in there. Josh Bell not in there today, but it's Abrams leading off. James Wood, Rosario in the 3 spot. Nathaniel Lowe. Alex Call gets the start in right field. Brady House, promising young player. Luis Garcia Jr. at second base. Millis doing the catching today, and Jacob Young in center field. On the mound, big, tall lefty Nick Lodolo.
Well, the first inning has Probably been the most challenging inning for Lodolo, getting everything started and getting into that smooth rhythm. He can get through this first, usually kicks it into high gear.
Anything you can pinpoint with that of why? And it's been damage control. He's given up some runs in the first. It's been solid overall, but sometimes a little bit of a tightrope walk in the first inning. He's ahead in the count here on Abrams. No balls and 2 strikes. Abrams has seen Lodolo 10 times, 3 for 10. A couple of strikeouts. And for Abrams, last 35, above 300. He's a 279 hitter overall, but the last 35, 06, 5 home runs, 2 triples. Scored 28 runs over that span and 17 RBIs. Got him badly.
When you've got a guy at the plate that's going really good, try to make him stop that swing. That's exactly what Lodolo does there. Breaking ball off the plate. Instead of stopping, he kind of pulled out his sword.
The batter is James Wood. Along with Abrams and Mackenzie Gore, who was an all-star this year. Wood was an all-star this year. That was the trifecta of a return in the Juan Soto trade a few years back with San Diego. There is a line drive base hit. The Nationals have a 1-out base runner. Wood can flat out play. He can hit. If he stays healthy, you're going to be hearing the name James Wood for a long, long time. And here's Ahmed Rosario.
Wood was not waiting around for that breaking ball, and it didn't appear Rosario wanted to either, but he got it on the first pitch.
Rosario 3 for 9 in his matchups with Lodolo. Does have a home run. He documented in the open. Last time out for Lodolo, it was a good one. 7 innings pitched. 2 earned runs. It was his team-leading 12th quality start and 3rd consecutive quality start.
And it was the first 2 innings that were a little bit bumpy for him in New York. And after that, once he hit the 3rd inning, it was a different gear. And he finished strong.
Yeah, he retired 17 of his final 19 batters in the Reds' victory. Jam job. And if Lodolo can get it inside like that to righties, it'd be a business. Over to Wood. Wood does have 14 steals. He's been caught stealing 4 times. Another throw over. Rumbling from the home folk. There goes Wood. Throw down is a good one, and they got him dead to rights. In fact, he didn't even make it to the bag as he tried the little stop and dipsy-do, but that didn't work.
Well, what a great pitch to throw on that high fastball, and Wood is dead to rights. And you're right, Jim. He didn't even get to the bag.
Counts 2-2 on Rosario. Lazy fly ball to right. There's Fraley. Through one, scoreless.
Here's today's Elk and Elk injury report, and it's Nats starter Michael Soroka, former top 3 prospect with the Braves and an All-Stars rookie season, but he missed most of the next 4 seasons with the Achilles, a forearm issue, tough year last year, and even started this season on the injured list. So perseverance key for Michael Soroka.
He is 27 years of age, hailing from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, or as they say in the Great White North, Calgary. And before those injuries, his rookie campaign, he came out of the gates now. National League All-Star, All MLB second team in that breakout rookie campaign in 2019. His second in National League Rookie of the Year voting. 6th in the Cy Young.
But he didn't win a game last year.
Yeah.
Not one game.
That's a big old hang with him.
I know you're pitching for the White Sox, but not one win.
Check swing appeal. No. First base umpires James Jean. Crew chief Jordan Baker calling balls and strikes. And he's a biggin. Tall umpire. You know, on the hands and the pop-up. As he played for low, 1 down. FanDuel home run odds for this afternoon. Jake Fraley plus 830, Marte plus 680. Benson getting the start today. He's plus 560.
Well, you were talking about the height of Jordan Baker. He's a high ball umpire. The ball that's down around the knees, it's not so much a strike.
We will certainly be following that here this afternoon. Fraley fouls it off on the road trip. For Fraley, it's been a good one. 6 for 11, 3 doubles, 3 RBIs. He scored a run. Behind here, no balls and 2 strikes. Wide up in the 0-2. Soroka faces the Reds for the 3rd time in his career. 1-1 and a 5.23 ERA. strikeouts in those 2 starts previous. Two. Strike 3 called. Painted the outside corner. First strikeout for Soroka.
Back to a breaking ball. He drops it right over the outside corner.
And the 2-out batters, Noelve Marte. Marte on the trip, 5 for 20. Couple of RBIs, couple of runs scored. And Soroka is tough on righties. 3rd in the National League, the 190 opponents average against right-handed batters. Even better over his last 8 starts, 159 average. All right, 3 called. Locks up back-to-back hitters.
Santiago Espinal ever, minors or majors, and a putout for Espinal, his first of the game. Terry Francona this morning said about him, hey, physically he's fine, he can play anywhere. Maybe there's a little bit of a mental thing to deal with, but he said, look, he's a pretty good baseball player. We trust Santiago Espinal.
Well, they certainly trust him in the field. Different footwork, obviously, over there.
Well, you could see on that play, he was a little late getting to the bag. Luck started to throw, had to double pump before he let it loose, and they were both smiling. Hey, basically, Luck said, hey, you could get over there a little faster.
The players that I've talked with over the years about that adjustment to first base, certainly the footwork is different, but it's adjusting to the glove more than anything. You're just not used to wearing that big first baseman's glove.
And my answer would be, if you're playing first base for the first time, why wouldn't you just wear your normal glove? You can catch a line drive. That's what you're getting from the guys throwing you the ball. It's either going to be a line drive throw or it's going to bounce. You can already catch both of those with your regular glove.
Yeah.
Why are you going to use something all floppy?
In comes Fraley. 2 down.
And the whole object of having that big first baseman's mitt is over a period of time, you're trying to stay away from having to catch the ball in your palm or have a bone bruise all throughout the season.
Yeah.
If you're playing first base for one day, just use your regular glove. Let's go. I mean, that only makes sense.
We are in the second inning, and the pitchers' union has chimed in. Let me mark that down.
Too easy.
Batters Brady House. He's been impressive. Has been House. I think they got a keeper at third base here in D.C. .95 on the heater and a ball and 2 strikes. Count holds at 1-2. For Lodolo, today's start marks his 21st of the season. That matches his career high, 21 games all of last season. And now he's reached a career milestone in innings pitched as well, surpassing last season. Just off the plate, Lodolo and Trevino were a step to the dugout. Base hit. Two-out knock for Brady House.
Well, right back to the same spot. This time, House was ready for the speed. There was a changeup right over the outside corner, and he just slaps it right back up the middle.
That's a nice controlled 2-strike approach.
It's just a hand swing.
Yep.
Body was moving forward. The hand stayed back.
Batters Luis Garcia, first pitch swinging. Spinall's over there early this time. Through 2 or scoreless in D.C. Ladder, third of the Reds' order due up. Jose Trevino looks at his Strike one from Michael Soroka, who has faced the minimum. Into left field. This will drive Wood back. In fact, this ball carrying. Caught on the track.
That was a big-time carry.
It was.
Not what we normally see here at Nationals Park.
This is a just past noon start. The usual sticky afternoon in the nation's capital. See if the ball continues to carry as the game goes on. Batters Will Benson. First start on the road trip for Benson. Talked about Soroka's slurve, which is elite, rated as the best in the bigs, according to Baseball Savant. Four-seamer, which he uses 44% of the time, 911 OPS off of four-seamer. Benson puts a charge into it to center field. Big area out there, though. A couple of deep fly balls, though, here in the third.
Well, as I talked about in game one of this series, playing in this ballpark, you have to keep the ball out of the air. If you're predominantly hitting in the ball in the air in this ballpark, you are going to get nothing.
Now, when you brought that up in game one, it worked. The team responded. See if it happens today. Ball and a strike on Santiago Espinal. Espinal getting that start at first base with Spencer Steer the day off. Spencer, as we talked about yesterday, has been nursing the quad injury. Terry Francona wanted to give him today and a team off day tomorrow. Hopefully calm it down. He'll certainly be available to pinch hit. As he's going with all of his lefties in the lineup today. The entire bench today for Francona, all righties. 2-2.
Well, you can see why Soroka has had some success against right-handed hitters. He's got that two-seamer that he runs in on the hands of righties. He's able to get it on the plate enough to where you have to respect it. And he's throwing that breaking ball right in the same plane. It starts right at the hands of the right-handed hitters, and it drops sharply right as it gets to home plate.
Late timeout taken by Espinal. Hangs alive. This will be one time through the order for Soroka. You have to walk a batter, and he does not walk many. He's issued just 21 walks in 72 1/3 innings across 14 starts this season. That one just missed.
Just missed the head.
Man.
Santiago Espinal.
Now the payoff. Career games versus the Nationals. Espinal, 359 batter. He'd like to carry that into today. And a walk. Is that called a reverse jinx there? Even though I don't believe in them, but
reality.
All right. I like that answer. First walk given up by Soroka and a 2-out base runner for TJ Friedel.
Soroka is not a premier strike thrower. He gets swings that are out of the strike zone.
Count. That get him? I think it did.
Right in the back foot.
We were just talking to Friedel this morning again about getting hit by pitches, that he's been able to avoid it here in this series. And he said, one more game to go, boys. Well, there we are.
Right on the top of the left foot, the back foot for Friedel. As I was saying about Soroka, just as he hits Friedel with the first pitch, he's not an elite strike thrower. His stuff is good enough to where he can start it on the plate, the ball goes off the plate, and he'll draw a swing, whether it's breaking ball or fastball. But as far as painting the outside edge, making a breaking ball pitch right on the corner, doesn't do it that often.
Two on, 2 outs for Gavin Lux. Lux a base hit up the middle, which has been the theme for him last night and so far today.
Now you look at the numbers for Soroka. 10 less hits than innings pitched. He's only walked 21 batters. He's got over a strikeout an inning, but yet he has a 5+ ERA. That tells me he doesn't pitch well with runners on base.
Throw back to second.
So, in the sense of that, the Reds have to be able to capitalize when they do get runners in scoring position, even when it's with 2 outs. Now is the time.
Strike called, and a generous one.
Is a ball.
I think Lux agrees with the big sigh. Drew Millis with the frame job. In the air, center field.
Wrong guy.
Anywhere near Young, it's most likely caught. Red strand 2 in the 3rd. The whole year.
It's July 23rd, and Nick Lodolo has a new career high for innings pitched in a season. Both he and Terry Francona credit not only certainly the health he's had this season, but the healthy offseason that he had preparing for this year. That's been key, and he's made every start.
Yeah, he was in years past off seasons and even during the seasons, wasn't even allowed to take PFP. He couldn't barely do anything with his legs. And Campbell, you know, half the battle, if not more, with your lower half.
Well, from the waist down, takes a lot of pressure off that arm.
Strike 3 called.
High ball umpire. Throw that up there all day. Hitter sees that as a ball. I thought that Trevino set up well. Instead of sitting down low with the mitt up high, he raised his body up and held the mitt there. It's one thing when you reach up for it rather than having your body slide to it.
He's been good at framing this season. 9 batters, Jacob Young. He's hit safely in 10 of his last 11. For Lodolo, when he showed up at spring training, he just looked more athletic. Long way to go for Friedel, and he gets there. One of 2 strikeout victims for Lodolo so far. Strike called. Hit well. But the park will hold it. 3 up, 3 down for Lodolo in the 3rd. Kentucky Toyota dealer.
Let's see if the Reds can make any kind of adjustment the second time through the lineup here against Mike Soroka.
Ellie ahead in the count, Or no, a ball and a strike, excuse me. I believe he called that a ball, did he not?
I thought he did.
Yeah, 2-0. You really question that strike call a bit. 2-1. He grounded into a double play his first time up. Unfortunately, that's back-to-back games of first inning ground ball double plays for De La Cruz. And a walk. Second given up by Soroka.
Out of the last 4 batters, 2 have been base on balls, 1 hit by pitch. See if the Reds can put a little pressure on Soroka until he can find it.
Not many put more pressure than De La Cruz on the base pass. Strike called, pitcher's pitch. Hayes popped out his first time up. Coming in, Austin on the road trip, 3 for 16. Make that 3 for 17 now. Couple home runs, though. Scored 5 times. Two and one.
Well, he had 2 home runs in game 1 of that Mets series. He's only had 1 hit since then.
Creeps out a little farther. And a throw over. De La Cruz, 26 steals on the season. He's been caught stealing 6 times. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Out in front. Third punch out for Soroka.
This is that breaking ball you were talking about earlier, Jim. Tight spin, hard, tight break, starts on the plate and drops down. It's not going from right to left, it's going straight down.
44 strikeouts on that slurve coming into this game. Those 44 strikeouts, most in Major League Baseball. Long hole and a throw over. Balls and no strikes on Jake Fraley.
Kind of surprised that De La Cruz has not made a dash for second base here in this base running appearance.
Likewise.
Especially with the catcher down on one knee.
There he goes. Pitches up and away, throw down, not in time. It was one of those throws to the first base side, literally right into the sliding De La Cruz, but he got a good jump.
Really wasn't even close until the catch and tag by Abrams. It was a great job by the Washington Nationals shortstop. Catch and tag all in one motion.
Esteban steals now for De La Cruz. And a strike call.
That's close.
Yep.
And it was all with the catch and the tag.
Three-one pitch. Base hit center field. Here comes De La Cruz to the plate, and the Reds have a 1-0 lead.
That's the value of speed and the ability to steal bases. 2 singles and you've gotten yourself a run. Actually, in this case, it's a walk and then a single. But the stolen base, that is a key there for De La Cruz and the Reds.
The first RBI of the season for Fraley. And now Noelvi Marte. Awkward swing. Marte was locked up his first time up. It was a strikeout looking. Look out.
Hit him in the chest.
Sounded like he got a piece of him. It sure did. Got a piece of the home plate umpire as well.
Ball caught Jordan Baker up around the collarbone between the mask and the chest pad. He's smiling, so I guess he's all right. Former Reds trainer Paul Lessard checking on him.
You see Paulie. One of the good men in the game right there, Paul Lessard. Our Reds head athletic trainer. Baker deems himself okay. As well as can be expected, easy for me to say.
Hey, you've got Soroka in a spot where he is not being very consistent. 5 of your last 7 batters have reached base. You do have a run in this inning, but you can add quite a few with a base hit or 2 here.
The batter is Jose Trevino. First pitch swinging into left field. Wood runs it down for out number 2. And that'll bring up Will Vincent.
You know, that's the crazy part about watching those big fellas run. They don't look like they're going real fast, but they sure do cover a lot of ground in a hurry.
Long strides.
I didn't think there was any chance Wood was going to get to that ball or the other one, and he made both catches easily.
Mile-high fly ball center field.
You're not hitting it out of center field.
Red Strand 2, but get a run and lead 1-0. Get tickets now at Reds.com/Tuesday.
I like all that stuff.
You're down with the $3 beers?
I'll take a $3 Coke. But I do like hot dogs and ice cream.
Where did that miss?
I don't.
One of those low pitches you talked about.
Yeah, that was a full ball on the plate.
Yes,
then
it
some.
was.
Jeez.
Hard enough facing a guy like James Wood. Lodolo needs a strike. Gets it. Back-to-back strike calls. Singled his first time up. Wood is now 5 for 8 in his matchups with Lodolo, even though it's lefty-lefty. The middle. Ellie. It's a long way to get it. Brief word now from Big Sandy Superstore.
You'll find the best selection of the top brands at the guaranteed lowest price.
Now the three-batter Ahmed Rosario, who had a very brief cup of coffee with the Reds. It was all of 22 games.
It did not go well.
Ball and 2 strikes. Base hit, right field. Third hit off of Lodolo.
That's one of those pitches where you're just kicking yourself. You know you want to get the ball in. You can see where Trevino is sitting way up under, almost behind the right-handed hitter Rosario. And instead of driving it in there, it gets out of your hand a little bit too soon. You leave it over the middle of the plate, even though the ball was up. But a guy like Rosario, that's just too tasty to pass up.
Another Lenthian, Nathaniel Lowe. You know, the big, tall left-hander Lodolo on the mound. 3 of the first 4 hitters in the Nationals lineup today left-handed. Two of them are your big horses, Abrams and Wood. You're going to put them up there regardless. Ball and 2 strikes. If you were going to, someone was going to ask you, what's the next step for Lodolo? We've talked many times about it. He's got a 3.33 ERA. Set a new career high in innings, starts this year. But we always talk about, he hasn't quite put it all together.
I think,
which is amazing. The ERA is at 3.33.
Ultimately, it comes down to consistency of location. And that's with all your pitches.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I can remember getting to the big leagues, and I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about But you got to locate your breaking ball outside, or you got to locate your split finger on the inside part of the plate to this certain hitter. I'm thinking, you got to do what with my locate my breaking ball? I mean, I do. I remember thinking that, like, bro, I locate my fastball. I just throw my breaking ball. Well, at the big league level, you've got to throw your breaking ball where it breaks 3 inches. That's what you do. You put 3 fingers on the inside corner, 3 fingers on the outside corner. And that's where you throw all your pitches. That's where your pitchers have got to land. If they land in the middle, I don't care what they are. They're going to hit them. In our world today, because the strike zone is higher than it was when I was playing, you can throw the ball at the top of the zone consistently and get strikes. But when you throw the ball up, if you overthrow it and you pull the ball down like we saw yesterday with young Chase Burns, they will light it up.
It's amazing how it's changed over the years. The old adage is keep it down, pound it down, pound it down. Don't leave that ball up. Now, there's plenty of balls that play up in the zone.
Well, it's up. You have to be at the top of the zone. If you're just underneath the hands, that's the ones they tattoo. I mean, down still plays, but it's not a strikeout pitch. We are totally enamored in the swing and miss this day and age. That's the reason our starters only go on average 4 2/3 innings. Ultimately, pitching comes down to changing speeds within the strike zone.
Two balls and 2 strikes, the count on Alex Call. Espinal is out of room.
You know, I think when you look at pitching from a velocity perspective, I don't think anybody in my day would have said we'd ever have somebody throwing 105. And not only that, you got to hit 105. They hit 105 now.
Yep.
And I mean, they don't just hit a single, they hit it out of the ballpark. So if a hitter is going to be able to hit something that's 105, you better figure out how to keep him off balance.
Lowell did it right there. A couple of strikeouts in the inning. 1-0 Reds. Have just 2 hits, but it was a De La Cruz walk, a stolen base, and an RBI single by Jake Fraley, the difference in this game an inning ago. Soroka's walked 2, one of which was Espinal. In the air, and down by call, 1 out. Brief word now from Rally House.
Play ball, Cincy. Shop the latest in red style with your
Now back to the top of the order in TJ Friedel.
That's the 8th out in the air.
Friedel hit by a pitch his last time up. Hit one in the air his first time up. Fly out to left. In the air again to left. 2 down.
I'm not saying it again.
We have a blood pressure check up here on the 5th level. This is level 5. It seems like a level 20.
We are up here now.
I think I just saw the International Space Station zoom by.
The one benefit of being this high is there's a breeze. It's not much of one, but at least there's some.
Hi, Mom.
And that camera shot looks like we're heading into orbit.
Yeah.
We are so far
we go.
up here. I mean, we're above the lights.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, you got to keep
Players
going
look
up.
like mice down there.
Yep. There we are.
Yeah,
You can
we're the
see-
very top.
Again, like, it's a ritual for the visiting broadcast crews to complain about this.
Yeah.
You can see it's a long way down.
Way down. You don't have to worry about losing pop-ups in the sun here because there's never a pop-up that's higher than where we are.
Strike 3 call. Let's go quietly in the 5th. Lodolo climbs the bump for inning number 5. Foul ball out of play off the bat of Brady House, who singled his first time up. Nationals have 3 hits off of Lodolo. And him out in front. Dandy of a curveball. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that ball had some serious downward action, not coming back to the plate, just snapping down over that outside corner. Well, it was the changeup that House hit his last time up. And he just kind of slapped it back up the middle.
Just the 58 pitch mark here to begin the 5th. Strike 3 call. Freezing.
A little bit of a paralyzer.
3 straight strikeouts for Lodolo.
I think after that fastball up and away, young Brady House might have been looking for that breaking ball again. Got the old hard one over the inside corner.
5-0 now for Lodolo here today. Collected his 400th strikeout in that Mets series, and that will be one to remember. Juan Soto was the batter. Years later, he'll tell young Keaton, yeah, my 400th strikeout was against Juan Soto. Although knowing Lodolo, he'll have to be reminded of such. Ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on Garcia Jr. Ugly swing. 4 straight punch-outs for Lodolo.
I don't believe that Luis Garcia is real comfortable against Lodolo. That front hip is gone as soon as the ball leaves the hand of Lodolo.
It's easy pickings there, and now they'll go to work on Drew Millis. Get ahead fastball.
It's amazing how easy this game can be when you throw strike 1.
Yep. I take it you like the aggressiveness so far from Lodolo.
Yes. Very much so. Line drives, hard ground balls. Said I wasn't going to say it again, but I'm going to say it anyway. Get the ball out of the air.
You're talking to the Reds hitters here.
They're on the field right now.
You're going to need a megaphone from up here. I don't even think shouting is going to get it done. This one in the air.
Can of corn.
3 up, 3 down for Lodolo in the 5th. Meat of the order due up. De La Cruz, Hayes, Fraley. And Fooling with the slurve. Down it back to 77. It was the Ellie effect in the fourth. Walk, stole second, scored on Fraley's single. Big cut. In fact, the helmet came off. 2-2.
He's thrown Ellie 4 straight balls in this at bat. First pitch that he swung at was a ball that was way in off the plate. That was a ball in off the plate.
Swing and a miss.
That was a strike.
5 strikeouts for Soroka.
Steadily pumping that breaking ball down and in. That's a lot of plate to cover when you add 3 or 4 inches off the inside corner and then you try to catch that ball up and away.
0 for 2 days so far for Hayes. Almost pitched 76 for Soroka. They do have a right-hander warming up, Cole Henry. Two-0 pitch.
That's a ball.
Mercy. Instead of 3-0, it's 2-1. And that would have been a walk. Although you never know with different count what he's going to throw.
Well, so far, one pitch that has been a strike in this inning. One. They did get the called strike there. That was good 2 inches off the outside corner to Hayes. They only threw 1 strike to Ellie and ended up getting a strikeout.
One out base runner for Fraley. And this has been a good stretch for Fraley. Continues to deliver pitches out of the zone. Patience would be in order here.
Well, that was the key starting the ball game. You have to have patience against a pitcher like Soroka because he does not throw a lot of called strikes.
All right, that was evened up the half inning calls.
Might have got ripped there. And it's hard to take that borderline pitch. You're up there to hit. I get it. But the scouting report would suggest that this guy does not pound the strike zone. He is either on the edges or off.
Two one. Strike 3 called.
Ball right down Broadway.
I was waiting for that. That's why I laid out. I needed to hear the right down Broadway call. Way outside to Marte. Strikeout and a hit by pitch for Marte. Hayes will take his lead from first. Peel. Nope.
Almost hit him again in the chest.
And in fact, Marte is saying that it did. He pointed over to the Reds dugout. Check that. Eddie Benavides thumbs up.
May have hit his jersey.
Cincinnati is challenging the non-hit by pitch.
Yeah, definitely grazed his elbow. The elbow area.
Barely got him.
Should be a pretty quick one. That ball obviously changed directions. Jordan Baker not only calling balls and strikes today, he's the crew chief on the horn with New York.
Well, he's already putting on his base running.
Well, he should. Well, you never know. I mean, there's been plenty of calls that have not gone the Reds' way. This one seems pretty obvious.
After review, the call of the field is overturned. The runner was hit by the pitch. He'll go to first base. Cincinnati will retain their challenge.
Second hit batsman.
How many guys have been hit on this road trip for the Reds?
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, we know Friedel has taken a beating. Well, he's been hit twice today.
It's going to do it for Soroka. Interim manager Miguel Cairo to the mound. He'll take the ball from his right-hander. So Skyline Chili called to the bullpen. Walks per 9 innings. And they will call on Cole Henry here with 2 on and 2 outs. We saw Henry in game 1 of this 3-game set. Pitched a scoreless inning. And he'll get Jose Trevino. First pitch strike.
Trevino flied to center in his lone at bat against Cole Henry in game 1 of this series.
Flared to right. Call on the call. Jacob Young stepping in. And this would be a bounce back for Lodolo, at least against the Nationals. He was terrific his last start. But last time facing the Nationals back in May in Cincinnati, allowed a season high in runs, 7, 10 hits. It was an 11-6 loss. Also hit 2 batters in that game and walked 2. It was a game to forget. He has been particularly good on the road, coming in a 2.56 ERA and 10 road starts, as opposed to 4.17 at home. Throwing just 70 pitches here into the 6th. Two on the ground. Ellie to Espinal, 1 down.
Well, it's one thing to know coming into a ball game that you have got to go deep and be pitch efficient, but you've also got to pitch good. And trying to put all those things together with the pressure of trying to win a ball game, Lodolo's answered the bell on all counts.
This pitch swinging is C.J. Abrams. Easy play for Fraley. 2 down. 3 for it now from Miami Valley Gaming.
With so many lucky winners around here, you want to get that.
To our batters, James Wood.
God, it seems like every hitter that comes to the plate, it's 0-1. I mean, that is the ticket to success as a pitcher.
How about 0-2? Would like to have that one back. It was in the middle of the plate. Probably not going to get a better pitch than that to hit.
Well, when you're throwing the breaking ball with such consistency that Lodolo has thrown today, you get hitters starting to guess a little bit. You get them in between, thinking I might get that breaking ball here, and then all of a sudden, zip, that fastball's by. If you're not looking for the hardest pitch, you can't adjust to the fastball.
Bang and a miss.
Good night, Irene.
Easy 6 for Lodolo.
Exciting matchup now at reds.com/tickets.
Brian, thank you very much. Inning number 7 from the nation's capital. Vincent Espinal-Friedel due up against Cole Henry, who came on 2 outs in the 6th. And retired Trevino to strand 2. It's an 0 for 2 here today. A deep fly out and another fly out to center. To 1. Cole Henry, 6'4", 200. 26 years of age, born in Florence, Alabama.
Same place I was born.
Where did you stay in Alabama?
We're all 6'4" up there. Yeah, I wish.
You pitched like you were 6'4", though. Can we agree on that?
I don't know. I just tried to get him out.
Most of the time you did, but you had that deception in the delivery, which made that fastball play a little higher.
Yeah, we didn't really know about spin rate and that high flat, keeping the ball flat at the top of the zone. All I knew is that they couldn't hit it. But if I'd known that bringing it back down in the zone helped them a little bit, I wouldn't have come back down there. I'd have stayed up. Technology's a beautiful thing. Sometimes. Right up, baby.
Espinal shoots one the other way. And when he's getting on, it's usually in that fashion.
Line drives, hard ground balls.
I think someone has mentioned that in this series.
Fly balls, death.
Henry has faced his third batter. And Miguel Cairo will take the ball. As the top of the order coming up for the Reds. Hill got the win here yesterday. Connor Pilkington
faced T.J. Friedel for the final out in the 5th inning yesterday.
Shows bunt, pulls it back.
That out was a fly ball to center field. Then he proceeded to come on in the 6th and strike out the side.
His contract was selected yesterday and went out. Got the win. That's a good day. Bank account and the stats.
Yes. First day in the big leagues in 2025 yesterday. He's on pace now for 61 appearances.
I was told math was not part of the gig. I'm going to trust you on that.
He's pitched 2 days in a row. Pitched both days that he was here.
Well, you had to do the math of how many games were left for the Nationals. That's what I'm getting at. Hailing from Pascagoula, Mississippi. And went to junior college at Mississippi State.
Don't say that. Liable to get thrown out the window.
I was seeing if you were paying attention.
I'm always paying attention.
Mississippi State, one of the fine baseball programs, in fact, in the country. Boy, that could pack them in there. Big old stadium.
It is big.
Big stadium. 2-2 to Friedel. Up the middle. softly hit the plays to first. That will advance Espinal into scoring position, 2 outs.
I know there have been some occasional issues with a young player in C.J. Abrams, but tell you what, when you watch him on the field, he comes to beat you. I mean, he's got phenomenal range, a great arm. He swings the bat well, whether it's a right-hander or a left-hander. He's got great speed. He can play.
Yep. You combine him with James Wood, what we've seen out of Brady House this series, that's a trifecta you can build around.
Kid Young ain't too bad himself.
Yep.
In center field. I mean, anything that's in the air, he's catching.
And they will be busy at the deadline, selling off some veteran pieces. You can book that. Going to give you even more young players, I'm sure. Let's try to add on to a 1-0 lead. Pretty good guy at the plate to do it in Lux. Hits here last night, a single his first time up.
You can see Abrams, he is playing in between Espinal as he takes his lead and the second base bag, so he's well up the middle. That's where Lux likes to go.
There's definitely pinch in the middle of the field. Outfield playing opposite field. You see the middle infielders. Payoff pitch. Drive to right. This will send Call back, and he gets it on the track. Gave it a ride. Not far enough. A fair key here today as he works again into the 7th. 7 innings at Citi Field. The ground. 1 out.
How about that? Back back-to-back changeups to Rosario, and Rosario swings at the second one and hits it right to De La Cruz.
Lodolo at 78 pitches. And he has not eclipsed the 100-pitch mark in any of his last 24 starts coming in. That dates back to August of last season. This pitch swinging is low. He wants it. It's Fraley. 2 down. Take that. Keeping it under 100. It's the longest such streak by a Red starter since Sonny Gray. 28 consecutive starts without reaching 100 pitches. And that stretch from 2020 into 2021. Last time he threw 100 pitches in a game was July 31st of last year.
I think Reds pitching coach Derek Johnson has, I don't want to say lit a new fire under Lodolo, but you have to give credit where credit is due.
Line drive. Fraley's got a beat on it. 3 up, 3 down. 7th inning for Nick Lodolo on 5 pitches. Connor Pilkington. Ellie has been up there hacking. He's been aggressive on pitch number 1. It's 0 for 2 here today, but it was the walk in the 4th and the steal of second.
Yeah, that steal of second base.
Difference in the game.
Yeah, that allowed the hit from Fraley to get the run home. If he's still standing at first, you don't score.
Goodness gracious, that was almost 2 complete baseballs outside. The difference from 1-1 and 0-2 is enormous. Bite my lip. Miguel Cairo's on his way to the mound. And he will take the ball from Pilkington and call on his 4th pitcher of the afternoon.
4 2/3 innings.
Like the sound of that.
That is a lot of home runs in a very short period of time.
Former first-round pick of the Nationals in 2019. First pitch ball to Austin Hayes. Made the transition from a starter to a reliever this spring. Jackson Rutledge. Missed him at 6'8".
Sounds like a law firm. Hello, Jackson Rutledge.
Line drive, base hit center field. First hit of the afternoon for Austin Hayes.
Line drive. Yeah. Got on top of that ball, shoots it right back up the box. That one, Mr. Jacob Young could not catch.
Fraley v. lawyer Jackson Rutledge. Are you thinking like he's got two last names? You need a third name? Law firm of Jackson, Rutledge, and Brantley.
Well, you're in D.C. Sounds appropriate. Jackson, Rutledge, and Associates.
Count is 1-1 on Fraley. That discussion be about? Was he trying for time?
It looked like a little fake timeout.
Yeah.
And Jordan Baker says that's no pitch.
Another line drive, base hit, right center field. Hayes will make the turn. He's on his way to third base. Reds in business here. First and third, one out. Second hit of the game for Jake Fraley. Continues to swing some hot lumber.
Definitely is. Start talking about line drives. Fraley has had the most as of late. And they've been all over the ballpark. From down the right field line when we were playing the Mets to over the head of James Wood in left field, and it was a line drive down the left field line.
Pitching coach Jim Hickey. Meeting of the minds.
Well, I'll say this from the perspective of Nick Lodolo. If you can plate some runs here, even one run, it gives a sense of comfort from an aggressive nature on the first pitch, because what you worry about as you're finishing a ball game as a starter is that one pitch could hurt you, and you don't have the same stuff that you had earlier in the ball game, so you have a tendency to get towards the edges. You get a little bit of a lead, man, you just pound that zone.
Dolo has 81 pitches. There is no one warming up in the Reds pen. Batters Noelvi Marte.
Nor should there be.
Big at bat. Nice block by Milla. Saves a run, perhaps. Should call that a block. That would be a backhand
lifesaver.
Lifesaver. There you go.
Has Lodolo even allowed a base runner to get to second base? I don't think that he has.
He has not. Even when Wood scored and tried to steal, he didn't even touch second base. Ball and 2 strikes on Marte. 1 out, runners on the corners. I know you don't want to hear fly ball, but one deep enough will get the job done. Base hit down the left field line. That'll score Austin Hayes. On his way to third is Fraley, and standing at second with an RBI double is Noel V. Marte, and you can put that in the large category.
3 straight line drives. One by Hayes, the next by Fraley, and a hanging hook here. And Marte just destroys it down the left field line for a double.
That is a big, big run. Now 2 of them in scoring position for Jose Trevino, infield playing in for the Nationals. In on the corner at third. There's the infield playing midway on the dirt. In the air. Center field. Tagging up at third base is Jake Fraley. On his way to third is Marte, and it's 3-0 Reds.
Those are big runs for the Reds at this point in the ball game, and they're big runs in the mind of Nick Lodolo.
The batter is Will Benson. It's only 1 out. Now Marte 90 feet away. First pitch swinging, hit well. Going back is Young. Did he catch it? Oh my goodness, what a catch.
That is crazy. Well, he has done that. That's the 3rd time this year that he has robbed a home run well over the wall. And watch where this ball is.
Jacob Young, one of the best in center field. What a catch. 7 innings of scoreless baseball so far. And that is right at Connor Joe in defensively. He'll take it himself as the Reds have made some defensive changes.
How many times do we say it? You come in off the bench, the ball will find you.
And it just found Joe. Matt McLean got a day off from the starting lineup. He's at second base. Espinal moves from first to third. Now into the 8th. Lodolo sitting on 83 pitches. Reds do have some action in the pen. And it looks double barrel. Lefty and righty. Maul and Santillan. It's been a theme all afternoon. Lodolo getting ahead in the count. And ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes. It's only the 3rd at bat for Luis Garcia Jr. That's how good Lodolo's been here today. Another ground ball. Miscommunication. And on his way to second base, throw in, not in time. Ellie went far to his left.
It looked like Ellie was calling it, and McLean stopped with his action toward the ball. And nobody got it.
Cincinnati is challenging the safe call at second base.
And now the Reds are going to challenge the safe call at second base. It was a nice job of staying with it. At this point in the game, you have not a whole lot to lose.
I don't think he got him.
Take a look at New York.
I mean, I can't imagine that McLean would have pulled up unless he had not heard Ellie calling him off from behind. But in the effort to pull up and not catch the ball, it basically blocked out Ellie from seeing the ball. I think the Reds are going to win this one.
And that'll be a tough one. Instead of 2 outs and sitting on 86 pitches, 1 out. If you're thinking complete game for Lodolo, this is what you don't need.
After review, the call of the field stands. The runner is safe. Cincinnati will lose this challenge.
Let's get him a hand in there. We're going to have a pinch hitter here. It'll be Riley Adams. Hit for Drew Millis. Catcher replacing catcher. Trevino and Lodolo will talk it over.
Riley Adams likes to shoot the ball the other way. Saw that in the first 2 ball games.
Generous call.
Appreciate it.
Someone who's been wide at times. Plays like that not only have a lasting effect on pitch count, etc., but it also extends it. So in the ninth, you're perhaps facing a middle-of-the-order guy that you wouldn't otherwise face. Whoever's pitching. Bolo has been working ahead, behind in this one. 2 balls and a strike on Riley Adams. Runner on second base.
That was nasty.
Count is full. Right-hander and Jacob Young due up next. Swing and a miss. That's a big punch out for Lodolo.
When you're a manager and you're sitting in the third base dugout, you're trying to answer the question, does he still have something to reach back for? And Lodolo showed there, yes he does.
Well, the 9-batter, Jacob Young. One of the best catches you will see all season long or any season. Climbing the wall highway robbery of Will Benson. Perfect timing.
Yeah, that ball was probably 3 feet over the fence, over the wall. Might have been more than that. But he used the wall as a springboard. He stuck his spike into the padding and kind of shot himself into the air to make the catch.
Pitch number 95 from Nick Lodolo. And it's a ground ball right at Matt McClain.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
8 innings of shutout baseball from Nick Lodolo. 5 pitches, 8 innings, shutout baseball, hasn't walked a single batter, 8 strikeouts.
And he's going back out. And he should.
He has never pitched into the 9th in his major league career.
Andre Lara on the hill.
That's a little flare into left off the bat of Santiago Espinal.
That would not count as a fly ball. That's more of a looping liner. So it still qualifies as a line drive or a hard ground ball.
Andre Lara. I think I got it right this time. Saw him here last night. After scoreless inning. Another 0 for day for Friedel. Was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Trying to go home with a 500 trip. Salvage something out of this series. Reno. Pitch walk. Three for it now from AAA.
This is Ben. He has an insurance policy with AAA.
First and second, nobody out, and here's the first at bat of the game for Matt McLean. Lays it down. It's a good one. And that one's offline, and this will score a run. They're going to hold up Friedel at third. Friedel took a hard turn around third base. The Reds will take that. It's 4-0.
Yeah, McLean started around first. He broke towards second as the throw got by Nathaniel Lowe, but his feet came right out from underneath him, and wisely he just headed back to first base.
Scored as a base hit bunt for McLean, and E5 on the throw. And now Ellie from the left-hand side. Middle. Abrams steps on second, on to first. That's a double play, but another run scores. 5-0 Reds as Friedel comes across.
I don't know that we've seen Ellie hit into 2 double plays in one day.
That is a very good point. RBI on the play. 2-out batter, and now no one aboard for Austin Hayes. Now on the left field line. Foul. Hayes singled and scored his last time up. Now with a 5-run lead, does it change your thinking on Lodolo in the 9th? Looks like Emilio Pagan is throwing, but this late, I'm not sure if he's just not getting some throwing in.
I think Emilio Pagan is just getting some tossing in. He's going to begin to get ready even further once Lodolo takes them out. The last thing that you want to do is leave Lodolo out there if he runs out of gas. You got to have somebody that can back him up. Pagan would be the perfect choice.
Two. That was a very high pop-up behind home plate, and it didn't even sniff us.
Well, you'd have to shoot it out of a pistol to get it up here where we're at. Maybe a rifle.
Two and two. Left center field. Long strides of James Wood runs it down. The Reds add on and will take a 5-0 lead.
For the majority of the ball game.
For the first time in his big league career, he will pitch into the ninth. And he will get the top of the order here. C.J. Abrams at the plate, perfectly positioned is Ellie De La Cruz, one down.
Well, that's a big out right there, especially when you haven't been in this kind of spot. You get a second pitch out on a ground ball to your shortstop. It kind of lets the air out of the bag a little bit, and then you just go back to pitching and you don't think about it so much.
Now 8 1/3. That is a new career high for Lodolo in that department. His 98th pitch of the game. The most he's thrown in his career is 109. He did that in 2023, April of that year against the Pirates. Ugly swing from James Wood.
That should tell you how the stuff is for Lodolo when you get that ugly of a swing, and here we are in the bottom of the ninth.
Pitch number 100 is a ground ball right side. 2 down.
Hey, this is a big-time performance by Nick Lodolo. There's no doubt that the Reds needed a big performance from a starter today, not only because they needed to win this ball game, but they have a bullpen to go to. You had to have somebody go out there and pitch a great ball game, and man, has he done that.
This would definitely be in the category of a stopper. It's not gone their way here in D.C. Salvage something, go home with a 500 trip, off day tomorrow, regroup. The schedule is tough up ahead. That was 1-1 on Ahmed Rosario.
Boy, don't you know that guy sitting to the left of Francona is smiling inside bigger than Dallas. Derek Johnson, he has got to be loving this. Stern on the outside, just bubbling over on the inside.
2-2 pitch on the ground. McClain has it. And Nick Lodolo with a complete game shutout. For the first time in his career, the big lefty goes the distance and goose eggs across the board. Reds win it 5-0 here in the nation's capital.
A great performance on a day where the Reds had to have it. And you talk about answering the bell. Nick Lodolo was ringing the bell, and he rang it for 9 straight innings.